Hello everybody and welcome back to Workers and Resources. Oh, we didn't get the game going. Meant to press play before I press record. Right, so I've not done anything since the last episode. On the last episode we got these factories done and some farming over here. Now that that's completed, I want to completely go and change it all. I'm going to make some alterations. When I say completely, I don't mean completely. I think I'm going to leave the fields where they are, leave a couple of the farms where they are. However, an opportunity has presented itself with the distribution offices, which can make my farms a little bit more expandable, if you like. These little ones, they are just reskinned versions of the woodcutter. I just used a different skin on them, so they're just slightly differently. But I did make them before I made my own. Before I started using Blender to make my own. So back then I didn't know how to make them, and Ryan very kindly made me a little barn to go with them. He even put a little hook on the end of it. Cute. But yeah, basically, these have 3 parking spaces. So up until now, or up until this latest patch, what you've had to do is have one of each. So a tractor, a combine and a covered hull. And they will be capable of managing 3 large fields, 12 medium fields and I think 36 small fields. No, there might be 48. I can't remember the numbers exactly, but there were quite a lot anyway. But yeah, they would handle 3 large fields, and they would go from one to each one. When this one's finished, they'll move on to that one, and so forth. However, if I use a distribution office to collect from the fields, I no longer have to have covered hulls in here, so I could have a tractor and 2 combines. Now the tractor does tend to idle quite a lot in this current setup, because the tractor works quicker than the combines do. So he ploughs a field much faster than they can harvest it. So if I have a tractor and 2 combines, one tractor should, I reckon, be able to keep up with 2 combines with 6 fields, and then we'll bring the covered hulls in from a distribution centre. Now I'm not doing that right now. The reason being is because if we go off, trust me, start just as we're going night time. As you can see here, I've dug a little bit of a hole and there's a reason for it. One, it was just to test out if bulldozers would work down here without me having to spend money on doing it, and 2, to see if I could actually drive a channel through here. I do want to connect the waterways up, and I do want to get to having boats, and I was thinking maybe having a big dry dock here, possibly. Maybe some docks over this side, could maybe have the dry dock there. I'm going to start by connecting up this channel, which means cutting the farms off, which I don't want to do right now because we're still very much short of grain. I need to get a lot more grain pumped into there. But yeah, so what we're going to have to do then is get down here with get a construction yard somewhere in this vicinity, because we're going to have to channel through there and channel through here. We need to get out to the sea. So if you want to export by boats, you need to be able to reach the edge of the map now, not just the border. They used to just stop at the border, but now you need to actually get out. But from here they will be able to go to both Soviet and NATO anyway, so I'm fairly certain they can. But I only really need to get them out to the Soviet side, so we're going to channel through, but I'm not doing that now or just yet. And then eventually we're going to come up and break through to that big lake there. Probably not split off to that one, because I could always come through here and here. It's probably going to be a bit easier. The reason being is because all these towns, we've got quite a few towns up here that I want to get to later on, so I might want to be able to send some ships up there with construction materials and things to get us going. Now then, distribution offices have had an improvement, a fantastic improvement as well. You can now select minimum quantity in your source buildings, so you can keep a reserve. So in here we have 4.07 tons of clothing. Now I didn't set anything up to sell clothing because I didn't want to just rinse this out, but what we can do now is we can get a small distribution office, which now we have a choice of. Somebody asked me if I could make a single individual one so I did one in each colour just to match the others. I know these are a bit brighter than my usual stuff, but not wrong with having a bit of colourful stuff around the place. I'm sticking with blue because I've got all blue over here anyway, so let's just squeeze. I'm not on auto build, am I? No, right, I'm going to squeeze that one in there. I'm going to set him up to collect and sell clothing once we hit a certain amount. I don't think we're producing any excess in chemicals at the moment. We're not. We do have crops, that's fine. We've got oil, got plenty of oil. Yeah. I can't even think about selling chemicals unless I was to maybe build a second one of these. Yeah, it's a great return on them, they just don't produce very quickly. It's better just to put them up here and start making clothes. We got some dumpers on the way, yeah, okay. Now then, over here I want to get rid of this distribution office because it's too big. I want to use mine because they're a lot smaller. I'm going to go with green ones over here, even though I've already built 2 blue ones. Thinking, can I squeeze it in down here? I can. Now these are not drive-through, so even though your distribution office vehicles can enter and exit from either side, you can't put this one and then have another one here. You won't be able to pass through the secondary one. Now that's gone quite a bit lower down than I wanted it to. Maybe if we do it this way around. Let me try and bring that land back up a bit. I don't want it in a big ditch. Don't want to push too far out into the water either. Right, let's go with I think if we squeeze this in there. Don't mind a little bit of a ditch. That seems good there. Let's just push this so we don't have an edge on it. Right, so I want one, that's a 5 to replace that one, and I want a single, which is going to be for the export truck. I want to bring the road. Can we bring it? I can do that. That's fine. Dancing, jiggling things. Right, so when this is built, I'm going to take these trucks out of here and put them down here. When this one is built, I have a truck at the moment exporting meat from here. Now then, this was something else. No, you're just doing grain and wood. Right, where's the meat trucks? I've got these set to 50%, yeah, I thought I had. Right, you just keep going. Go on. Get to work. I was thinking, I kept looking back at this every now and again, I'm thinking, God, I seem to be holding really steady around 38 tons. Excuse me, I'm just drinking my coffee. Yeah, we're 50% full, I had them set to 50%. So they was only going topping up when the trucks come back in. Whoops. What's gone on there? I seem to have undermined your foundation somewhat there. Can we? I think we can fix that. You can get out though. Give me some revs. Use your clutch. Right. Right. How can you be going to meat storage? Are you frozen? Are you covered? Oh, your shops. Right, they're shop deliveries. Right. Sorry, I was a little bit confused there. It would appear they can get out. I can't believe I've done that. I might have to rebuild that thing. We'll see how they do when they park back up there. They should park okay. I think it's just because of took a bit of a channel out underneath it. Whoops. Yeah, let's not look at that, shall we? Right. Okay, so we've got a 5 distribution office and a 1 distribution office. I do want to swap these two for 2 green ones anyway, so I'm going to replace them later. I'll wait till that gets full, and then yeah, then it doesn't matter if I cut the farms off for a little while. Right, now then, so I've got one set up there for clothing. How are we doing on food? We've got a load of food in. Right, let's get another one for food. I think no, we seem to be... No, I'm just going to do a single one. I don't want to overdo the exporting. I don't want to drive the prices down. Just seeing if I can squeeze it in here anywhere. Hey! Sorry about dogs. Barking at somewhere. Barking because all the neighbours are out in the gardens doing stuff. It's like Sunday every day now. Everybody's home. And it's the middle of the afternoon, which I don't normally play during the middle of the afternoon, but I thought I'd get a recording done while I'm not doing out-outs. I don't want to block that off actually, because I'm thinking of putting some car parks in here. It doesn't really matter where this one goes anyway. That's what I can try and keep it tidy. Let's pop it here. We did a red one. We did a red one. There we go. Just try and break up the monotony a little bit. Right, so that one's going to do food. It's going to collect food from here. This one's going to collect. This one's being worked on. Excellent. So we'll get that up and running very shortly. Now then, next thing I need to talk about. I've not even mentioned them yet. I'm 13 minutes in, but Ryan's done us some new trucks. We now have V3S versions of covered hulls. So we've got a big semi-truck there, which can carry 8 ton of crops, 7 ton of fabric and so on. We have a open hull, which is this one. We also have a heavy duty flatbed, which is capable of carrying 40 tons. Let's buy one. Right. Now they're quite expensive. They're 18 grand compared to 8 grand for the regular one. This is a regular one. Now there's a reason for these. I've made some alterations to 2 vehicles in particular. This one here and these ones here. Now we've been looking at the real life stats for these vehicles. These are normally 11.7 tons. Both of them were rated at 11.7 tons. This one isn't anymore. This one's now 32 tons, which means nothing can carry it apart from this and that massive military truck that's on the workshop. Now I'm not using the massive military truck that's on the workshop because it's, in fact I have got it. It's just too big. It doesn't fit in any. It doesn't fit in any of the parking spaces. Is it a Gaz? A Maz? Maz, that one. Yeah, it's just too long. Don't fit anywhere. Whereas this one of Ryan's now is a bit more sort of compact, and it's a proper low loader flatbed. it only does 30 miles an hour, so it's very, very, very slow. However, these excavators now only do 9 miles an hour. This is not the case in your game. This is only the case in my game. Sorry, I need my coffee. I'm on a coffee fix. This is only the case for me, it's not for you. I've done this just because I don't agree with these two excavators being the same size and weight. Now, the reason I've dropped this one to 9.7 tons is because I've made them so that these flatbeds are capable of carrying 10 tons, these smaller flatbeds. I want to be able to use these with the smaller excavators. That's my payoff, and I've actually lowered the production a little bit on them. So I've made them slightly lighter, but I've also made them slightly less useful. And I've made them slightly slower as well. They can only do 15 mile an hour now, and these can only do 9 mile an hour. So I have compromised myself quite a lot by doing this, but it adds to a certain more element of realism with these excavators, because what I tend to find is you just end up using these ones all the time, because there was only like a grand difference, and they're pretty much the same values and stuff. Anyway, first thing we want to do is go and get rid of these SKDs. I don't want them anymore. So yeah, now there's a real big difference between those now. Now, I'm going to tell these lot to go and work. In fact, we don't need it on pause anymore. I'm going to tell these lot to go and work on the construction office. I'm going to cancel any jobs this has, because I don't want them going off. Right, I'm going to send these to work on the quarries, which is where they should be, really. I wouldn't have 32-ton excavators roaming around the countryside, roaming around your streets, really. Let's send him back to there. Send him back. Now I'm only sending 3 of them, and the reason being is because I want to move this one. Let's get rid of that bit of road. Right, now let's set that dirt road up there a little bit. Let's get a, nope, not a mod, a quarry, please. Just there will be nice and green. Just there is good. Now then, should have one left. There we go. You can go. Oh no, you can't go there yet. Now we should have a confused truck somewhere. It is this one. Right. That's fine. I'll leave him there because he's not going to get in the way. That other truck can still get in and out. Tuppy's charcoal burners are on the go. Now that we've fixed the smoke. The smoke wasn't working. He did make a slight mistake in them, but they're working perfectly now. Yeah, they're great. Charcoal burners smoking the place out like they should be. I could probably do with a couple more of them actually, just to feed this brick factory. We're not getting enough coal in. Now, having full productivity is not anything I'm aiming for, but I do need a bit more bricks coming out of here and filling this up, because this is filling up very, very slowly. And once I start building, I'm gonna decimate that pile quite quickly, and we're gonna get to the point where we run out. I do need a bit more wood really as well, or I could just do with getting some more trucks on this. Seems to be a bit low on staff down here. We're getting people on the buses, we are. That's fine. I've got 3 bus lines running. I'd moved the bus stops. The bus stops were up here originally. but I moved them off the main road and put them off to the side. So we've got little bus stations, little platforms. There's one here next to a clinic, there's one here next to a clinic, and there's one down here which is also near to a clinic. So I've got 3 clinics running, covering the whole of town as well. Seems to be doing quite well. We're still only at 32 escapes, nearly 5 years in. 3,300 deaths, 5,500 births, so we're certainly growing. We've got 3,800 people here. There's 6,100 on the map. We started with around 4, so we've definitely upped. We've gone up about 50% in population wise since we started, which is excellent. So people are happy and everything. Just could do with a few more facilities, a bit more healthcare. Definitely need some more culture, some more cinemas and stuff. But we're going to expand. We're going to start building down here soon, possibly out this way and up this side of town as well. Now we're going to get up to there fairly quickly. What I wanted to do is, too many blinking trees over here. Are you? You're not built yet, but hopefully that little, nope, not quite. What we're waiting on, it's just workers. There's a crane just arrived. 2 people on site, 1 person on site. We got a bus coming, please. Yeah, here we go. There's a bus with 28 people on, not needed. Should have that finished in no time. There we go. Now then, what have we got in the storage? I haven't got any. No, I need to buy some. We've got a covered, Ryan's new covered hull truck. How much do you carry? 5 ton of clothes. That'll do nicely. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell it we're going to collect from here, and we're going to load clothing. Now this holds 45 tons, so 20% is going to be 9 tons. So let's, destination builders doesn't matter because we're going to the border, so he's only going to load anything when there's 9 tons or more in there. Now I presume he's going to get a full load. Vehicles load cargo from this building. When building storage are filled to a bigger percentage than this. Yeah, that's just the same as that. So that's not a wait till full. I haven't tested this out yet, so I'm just presuming it's going to work. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, if he does end up driving back and forward with just 1 or 2 tons on it, it's a little bit inefficient, but it's fine. It's not too much of an issue. Now, you shouldn't be collecting. I said 20%. No, just take all 5 tons, why don't you? It's 10 grand though. I should maybe have done that on pause, or I should maybe have set the... In fact, if you set them up before you buy the trucks, it's usually a good idea. Yeah, so on his next order now, he shouldn't come back here again till there's 9 tons back here again. How are we doing for crops? We've got crops. We're just a bit short on workers there, that's all. Why are we short on workers? We shouldn't be. Plenty there. Well, maybe we've just sort of caught it at the end of a shift or something. Now then. Where did I build that other building there? That's just getting done. How's this? Quarry, I can't see it. There's too much smoke. feel sorry for the poor driver that's going to have to sit there on that quarry. It's mad. I'm not complaining because these should be dirty, horrible, smoky things that you don't want nowhere near people. I'm in two minds of putting another one of them in there. It's just that he's actually idling. That's the thing. It's got workers in, but it hasn't got wood. So I think I might need. Where are you taking wood to? You're not. You're the planks and bricks. So this is doing chemical plant as well. Now the chemical plant doesn't use a lot, so I think if we was to get rid of that, just have them 3 trucks supplying the wood to there, and then we're going to build another one, another single one. Already tried building one there once, it didn't fit. But I do it, just squeeze in there for me. Where can we squeeze one? Again, it's not really a major issue where it goes. Just don't want it stuck out on its own. What we're going to be getting wood. So we're going to be coming here to pick up wood anyway. So I don't want to build any further over this way. I was going to stick it in there again then, but no. Put it down here next to this one. It'll be fine here. Because the chemical plant never uses a great amount of wood. It uses half a ton of wood a day. So by the time that picks up wood and drops it off, it should never really be running out. Whereas this, there's not enough wood getting up here to produce enough coal. So now that there's 3 trucks on there taking the wood. Now why are you only loading 27%? Can't be full already. Maybe it is. Now somebody's just had this problem on. Hang on, I might need to set the. Right, so I don't need to leave any in reserve, that's fine, and it's 90%. Let's try 60%, because what I think it's doing is it's... Oh, I don't know. Now, there we go, he's loaded up 100%. I don't know why they do that, why they're only loading up certain percentages. I'm gonna keep this. Let's try 80%, see if that works. Why 48%? No coal. I'm getting 100% coal. Is it full of coal? No. It might have just been that there was only so much room left for coal. And it's only taking enough wood to actually fill up the storage. That's something, one of the way the mechanics works, like here now. Anyway, let's not fuss over it too much. Has this been built yet? Fancy building it right in this smoke. Right, you go to here. Now then, let's get another distribution office. I'm just in two minds of putting a 3 or a 5 on this. I actually want 4 trucks. It's 4 quarries, so I just want 4 trucks on it. So let's go with a 5. Oh, I'm going over stone there. I don't really want to build it. I don't want to build it there because it'll be in the way of power. It needs to be up here though, because this is gonna organise these trucks instead of me having them on single lines. I could build it here, but taking up some space that was good quarry ground there. I don't think I'm going to need much more quarries anyway, maybe one or two more. We can always, well, once we get the distribution office, we can allocate as many as we want. We might put another rock crusher over here because we're going to have panels and maybe what I do want to build is a refinery. I need to get fuel. How much are we spending on fuel? So we spent 40,000 on fuel this year. Now a small refinery is about probably 40-50,000 plus the pipes. You're probably looking at about 100,000 to build a small refinery, so it's going to pay itself back in the next 2 years, especially as they add more and more trucks to it. Right, are all you lot are in? You lot are in. Let's get some open holes. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get them signed again to buildings. Yeah, you can do other stuff as well if you need to do. Right. One of them's out. Right, let's sell the other 3. I want to replace this distribution office as well with one of my smaller ones. Right, now we're getting towards daylight. Let's just, I thought it was on high speed, we're not, on normal. I want to get a, not a biofuel, my biofuel plants are banned. They're not allowed. Boo. It's fair enough. Doesn't fit with their hard mode challenge rules. So I want a refinery out here, and I want to be able to get in with the oil. I think here will be pretty good. Let's just, now then, I'm going to temporarily cut everybody off. Let's go to there. Let's get that in. Wiggly jiggly. Excuse me, sorry about that. And no, I don't have the virus. Right, these trucks are going to be a bit confused because I've just broke the road. Fine, right, let's break this. Now we've got 300 tons of oil in there, so we're not in any mad rush to get that back in. Now that is actually connecting up to the fuel refinery. What was that? That was pretty damn good actually. I'm not going to build anything else in the back of there. If we do build anything in front of this, I'm going to have to bring a road round anyway. I'm going to need to get a road round to this side. That works. Happy with that. Right, let's take this back. I don't want to go too far back. Oi! Sorry. Where are you going to connect the road up to? Let's just cancel that a minute. I'm not going to be able to get the road out of there, I don't think. Did go green there. Not going any further though, no. Could maybe get the road. What are you two barking at? Oi! Sorry. Telling dogs off live on stream. Right. This is just refinery. This just needs oil, doesn't it? I don't even know my own mods. Yes, of course it just needs oil and power, obviously. Are we within power range here? We should be. Yes, we've got power. That's fine. Right. What are we doing? Pipes. Right. Let's get this back a bit. We definitely need emergency access. Take it to about there, and then we can build the road that way. It's a little bit too close there. We was on a bit of a edge of a node. Right, let's do that there. Let's have get this pipeline up and over. There was a bug with this yesterday. Somebody posted on Steam about a bug, and it was auto snapping to the floor. So I went and tried it, and mine was doing exactly the same. And Peter had it fixed within about an hour, and had the fix released. Now that is dedication, because it was like about 10 o'clock last night here. It was about 11 o'clock over in Slovakia. So he was there at 11 o'clock last night fixing bugs. So people who moan about when's updates come in, you know, not an update for so long. You know, this guy, this is the dev that sent me an email on Christmas Day. Right, I don't question his dedication, even in the slightest. Christmas Day, I got an email of him with a fixed patch because of an issue I was having. He tried to fix it for me, and he was still working on Christmas Day. Yes. What a great dev. Now then. Tiny distribution office. I've completely forgot what I've set this up for. Food. Your food. Food. Yeah. Right, let's do the task first, and then we're not getting any confusion. Right, how much is in there? That can store 45 tons. So if we do 20% again, which is 9 tons, that gives us a 9-ton reserve. You can go there and sell that then. Let's get a covered hull. Let's get one of them. Food only, please. Thank you. Off you go. Go get a load of food. Just want to see how much he's worth. Not even a grand. Right, so he's going to take about 20 trips to the border to pay back. Oh well, it's a bit of an extra. It's a little bit extra. That's the thing. It doesn't seem very much. It doesn't really seem worth it at the moment, but it's just a bit of an extra income. Now then, I wanted to. In fact, I don't need to set one up for the alcohol because that is just a truck going back and forward, and he's just set. I want to leave the alcohol because he's set to wait till full, so he will sit there. He's not making journeys half full, but the other ones are. What were you again? You were going to be wood for the chemical plant. We don't seem to be struggling for wood. That's the main thing. I see a fire. Oh no. Oh no! Ryan! I did not do that on purpose. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, it was the gremlins. Ryan's always complaining, saying I'm always burning his stuff. I don't know where he gets that impression from. Right, now then, the question is, do we have any heroes on the way? I see somebody coming. Here they come. Now, are they going to get there in time? This and other questions will be answered in part 2. No, I'm joking. I don't think they're going to make it. I really don't think they're going to make it. Let's go and have a look up here. Let's go and watch the action. It's a pity we don't have explosions. I would love a few explosions, especially if the petrol station sets on fire. It should go with a boom. Yep, definitely not my fault. I was going to rebuild these anyway. Here they come. Are they going to make it? They're having to travel on dirt roads, so they can only do 35 at the moment. I thought these were 30. Maybe just pushing it a bit. So we fast forward a little bit. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. No, it's not going to be that close. They're not close enough. Bang. There we go. One massive cloud of dust. That was almost an explosion anyway. We could have done with a boom. Oh dear, that's the first building we've lost. Not too much of an issue though, it's fine. As I said earlier on, I do want to rebuild these. I didn't mean to actually have them burn down, but there is a fuel tank here which hopefully doesn't set on fire, which these farm vehicles can actually use. Right, let's get back over here. What were we building? Still working on this. So we've got a small refinery, we've got a pump, we've got access to the main road. Waiting on that distribution office so we can set up a wood delivery to the chemical factory. This semi-truck is still hasn't made it to the border. How far are we away? Not far. He's nearly there. Nice little 10 grand earner on that one. That one's going to be well worth it. How are we doing? Ah, this is built. Right, excellent. Let's go find... There's a sepal. Right, so this one is going to be... Again, we're going to set 20% minimum. And we're going to have a border. And we're going to tell you to go and work in there. Now I'm not using a V3S for this because they only carry a small amount. There isn't a big refrigerated version. Whether or not Ryan wants to make one, I don't know. I'm not going to mither him. I've mithered him for enough stuff now. I quite like these sepals though. Really nice. Ooh, the best. So I will be using a few of them just to break it up, just so I've not got entirely all V3Ss everywhere. Although it is going to be the vast majority of them. Right, let's have a look at this setup we've got going on here. So we want to load from the barn. We want to unload at those two. Also doing wood as well, yeah. So we want to, in fact, want to unload at the chicken farm as well. And we want to load on the wood cutting post. Is that right? Seems right. Start separate distribution percentage. I don't need to reserve anything here. No. I don't need to have anything in reserve. Right, let's get these moved over. It's probably going to mess with them a little bit. Actually, see, I think he just dumped his cargo. One of them had stuff on board. Right, so wait till the covered hull gets in and then we can tell them, there we go. Right, so you load grain there, load wood there, you can't select that one. And unload grain and wood. Can you select both of them? No, you can just kind of select one or the other, but I want them unloading both anyway. Let's get that up to... Let's go 60% again, let's try that. So that should be fine. Now we can get rid of this. Now we're doing for time, nearly an hour in, 47 minutes, woo. Been a lot of rearranging stuff on this episode. I am going to get some more stuff planned out though, because I do want to do a time lapse. And one of the buildings is going to take quite a while. In fact, a couple of the buildings are going to take quite a while, so it's not going to be as many buildings get built, but there are going to be a couple of big ones. I want here a open hull. I want one here. I'm going to go and get wood from there and take it to the chemical plant. Do 60% on that, so don't need to reserve any again. Are you still got, he's got 76% full, so he's not going anywhere. Let's try 80. There he goes. So we're going to load 50% up. That's fine. We'll have fuel coming soon. That's the main thing. Right, now I need... Thank you, autosave. I need some storage. I need some small storage. Need some little tanks. There we go. Building right into the quarry here. I didn't really mean to do this. If we can get... I wanted this to be within walking distance of the bus station mainly, that's... Just thinking about these tanks now. If I could get one here. Can pretty much overlap them. Try not to overlap them too much. Then we're both connected up. So we've got fuel in one and bitumen in the other. Now then, these are conveyor engine transfers. What do I want here? I want a fuel unloading thing. Platform station maybe. Oh, what have I just done? Have I just built something down there? No. Just accidentally clicked on the ground. Conveyor pipe engine? No. Cargo station. Oil fuel loading, unloading. You're loading, I think. Have we got any others? I don't seem to have. This seems to be the only small fuel loading, unloading that I have. Now before I connect this up, I need to make sure I can get a road along here. Go to there. Right, which is fine. I'm just in two minds now. Do I? Yeah, I'm just going to use two distribution offices. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just going to use two distribution offices. We'll collect bitumen from one, we'll collect fuel from the other. I'm going to minimise the capacity for staff here. I don't want it producing absolutely tons and tons because we're not allowed to sell it. Oh. Let's squeeze around here anywhere. Yeah, part of the rules is I'm not allowed to sell fuel or oil products, so we'll try and get a bit of that footpath out so I can get people walking down this way. We can go under here. No, we can't. They're gonna have to walk round. Make it a bit shorter for them. That one we can't. Do it a bit on there. Can't connect to anything. It's too short a bit of road, so we're gonna have to walk from here around there, which should do all right. Shouldn't be an issue. I'm just thinking I might get these done off. How are we doing for gravel? Let's just double check. We've got 800 tons, so we should be all right. I'm gonna cut these off. Right, and do that bit while we're at it. Jiggly jiggly. Right. Now then, footpath never got built. Road footpath, thank you. Put a little bit there. Should set my footpath crew off whenever they decide to recognise that one. Sometime soon. Hello. Footpath. Right there. Tell them to do it then. Right, okay, so we've got fuel. We're going to have fuel and we're going to have bitumen. That's going to cut out the cost of bitumen for asphalt, and it's also going to cut out the cost of fuel. So that should save us some money. All sorts of confusion going on down here. What have you done to my road? I wish trucks could still use these at a penalty, like maybe only do 10 miles an hour or something, but still be able to get through. Would be handy. What have we got going on up here? We've got a queue. That's just a bulldozer causing a bit of havoc. Right. What else did I want to build? I I'm just trying to think what I want down here, because we can also probably going to put plastic down here. Got chemicals, got fuel, got a refinery. What else do we need? Need a plastic factory. Why am I looking at the asphalt plant? Right, that needs 10 ton of chemicals. Are you mad? That's like 20 chemical factories. It needs oil and chemicals to produce plastic. Now they're not very big. What I was thinking doing is actually having this over here somewhere. And then we can... I don't know. Still got to get the panels factory in yet. I might do this further up, I don't know yet, because I'm going to need a couple of chemical factories just to go with this plastics factory, otherwise we're never going to make any. Damn it, my phone's ringing. I shall be back in a second. Right, sorry about that. I want to try and get wrapped up soon anyway, because we're coming up to the hour mark, and I don't want to go over an hour and a half. What happened to the hour-long episodes you used to do? Yeah, I kind of couldn't get enough in them, couldn't fit enough in to get them done. I did want to actually get a heck of a lot more done on this as well. How are we doing? Right, we've done all this, that's up and running. We've got trucks exporting meat. He's fine. I just wanted to double check. We did set up the... I'm just going through sort of mentally, just trying to make sure that I've got everything set up that I needed. Otherwise I'm going to be missing out on something. Things. Right, so semi-truck, he's selling food. He's got a load. We've got plenty in there, that's fine. Alcohol's being sold. You are selling clothing, that's what I wanted to check on. So he must be on his way... No, he's right there. Right, so... clothing's going out to the shops at the moment. Now in order to ramp this production up, we do keep running out of crops, and it's chemicals I've got plenty of. How are we doing in the storage? Starting to get a little bit of extra chemicals in, that's good. I need to get more crops into there. I do need to I do want to reset up these farms, but I think I'll do that on the next episode because there's going to be quite a lot involved in it. I'm going to build a road out and various other things, but I don't need to get to that right now. I just I might I've still got the SKDs on here. I'm just going to leave them for the time being. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to do and get planned out, sorry about moving around so quickly, is over here I have coal right there, a great big fat lump of coal right there, and there isn't a lot else around here. There's a bit there somewhere. It's a bit bigger. It's up here. It's there. There's a bit there. It's not as much. This one's bigger. I'm in two minds now. Do I? This one's a lot further. This one's quite a bit further away from town. I'm thinking about getting staff down there. What I was thinking of doing is getting a coal mine here and having a power plant over this side. Quite out of the way. Let's have a look at let's put it this way round. We want it maybe that way round. Just thinking about the storage as well, you see. Large aggregate. So do a small aggregate. I want this coal mine slap bang in the middle of that. I want that there. Right, this is going to be for coal ore. Right, we need coal processing. Yes, I'm erming. He says again. Stop erming. I'm thinking, that's why. I have to say when I think. Don't you give me too much dissent. There. Can we get a road under that? Very unlikely. I've totally built this one, Kira. Let me do this again. Let's cancel that road. I want at least sort of reasonably in line with this road over here. That doesn't look. Yeah, there we go. Now you've put it the other way around now. Stop erming. Went the wrong way round. Want it the other way. This is where the puzzle comes in. He's getting things right. Right, coal mine. Let's try that way. Let's go this way. Slap bang in the middle of there, please. Small aggregate storage. I really need this the other way round as well. Why are they always the wrong way round? How did he manage to do it that every time I build something it's always the wrong way round? I want it facing the other way. Wish we had a mirror option. Right, it's coal ore processing. We can actually sort of squeeze it here. The outputs are on the wrong side again. I want the outputs going the other way. Oh my god, these buildings are so annoying. Do this. How do I get workers up there then? I really want the outputs over that side. I'm going to have to do it this way around. Use a bit of an engine transfer or something. Let's see if we can't get this level a bit. Definitely definitely going to be a bit longer episode. That way, it's going to be about the same as all the others, I think. Try not to overdo it on the time lapse. Right, let's get that in there. Let's get a. Let's go with a regular engine transfer. That is allowed to do that. That's all it needs to do. Let's get the road up here. Back as far as there for now. Get that booked in. So we have coal mine. We have aggregate storage, small aggregate storage, into the processing plant. Now we want a large aggregate storage. So let's go that way round. It also needs to be far enough away that I can get. Actually, no, we can connect that road up. Oh no, the road's there. Large aggregate storage. I know there's bigger ones, but this really will suffice for what I need. And then do put it this way around. Squeeze it in. I don't want to build too close to this because I need to get. let you in on the secret here now. I want to get train line through here, and the road, so I don't want to get too far over that way. Yeah, it's hardly a secret. Just planning on what I'm doing. Excuse me for being full of sniffles. I've got a bit of hay fever. Right, let's try that there. Let's raise up a bit of this land here. Try standard one. In the wrong menu. Thank you, autosave. Just there, nice. I'm gonna have trouble with this road. Definitely gonna have trouble with that road. Bring that front edge up a bit, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to get a road connection on it. Alright, let's get that there. This road's gonna be a bit. Go to there. Oh, it did. I'm just going to say I don't think it's going to let me connect to that. A bit at a time, yeah. There we go. No, don't cancel it. Right, it's left a bit of a corner on, but I don't mind that. Can we get out? Can't get out. Right, power station. I feel drained after recording some of these episodes, you know. I have to go and have a break and it's like, mind's gone. Power station. Power, that's a substation. Power plant, there we go. Right, coal power plant. Tiny. That looks a bit cheaty. 696 megawatt hour power. Somehow that doesn't seem right. No, let me just go and check that. No, it's right. It is right. It's just me getting a bit thinking it was a bit. It ended up being a bit of a cheaty mod or something. That is connecting there. Well, what I've got to think of is where these footpaths are going to connect up to. Another footpath in there. I could do it this way around. Let's get time going on so I can see what I'm actually doing. Do it this way around. Are you connected? It would appear you're connected. Connection seems to be okay. Let's get that connected. Build power line. Let's go with these ones. Now I'm going to need the 18 watt. Now Ryan's altered the model on them, so I might actually use them later. Made them a bit taller because they're too short. I'm going to use these ones because these look a bit better. Where do we need to come up to? We need to get over to this one. Now I am going to have to pay for this after a certain point. Because I'm going to have to break this connection. I need to fix this anyway because the power cables are right over the road. Right in people's backyards. We've got a kindergarten right underneath them and everything. Yeah, these are too low. These should be a lot taller than what they are. They're sort of similar height to these ones, and they're twice the width and things. So, it's like the road crew's already on the job. Let's just make sure. Let's make sure they haven't got down here yet. Pipes are getting built. That's fine. Right. Sounds like the dog was growling at something. So we're going to need a. So we've got a transformer there, and there's one down there. I want one here somewhere. Nope, wrong one. Oh, a transformer there, I think. Oh. Pop it that way around and then nice easy road connection there. Right, let's. Oh, you pressed the wrong button, you plonker. I didn't mean to press that one there. Right. It was actually. I was thinking where to put the splitter. I need to put a splitter in here somewhere. I think we could do with a transformer down here anyway. I'll just use a small one. That about. Pop it up here so it's out of the way. Not going to get in the way of anything then. Right. Could probably do away with. Can we? No, it's taking it off. I was thinking here, if we put a bit of footpath in, yeah, lovely. That's not going to do that without a curve on it anyway, so let's just get rid of that footpath. Right, so that's alright. Let's get them booked in before I pay for them. Let's cancel that footpath, let's get a bit of road. Get that connected up. Let's get road connected up over here. Ooh. Ow, 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 cramp. Cramp in my foot. Ouch. Sorry. Let's get a bus stop. I was thinking, you know, do I bring people over by cable car? I want to bring people over by cable car, but we do have to get past this. Which would mean bringing it down this side would make more sense. I want the cable car. I mean, if I was to put this in here, surely they can reach by footpath up there. Yeah. You get that in there. Bring that road out there. That leaves us some room around here if we want anything else. So we need a footpath going directly that way, connecting up to here. Cue autosave. Just like panic there, I thought it crashed for a second. Yeah, this game never used to like the cable cars, it used to crash all the time on me. That's why I'm a little bit nervous about using them. Right, now, can we just... I seem to have increased the range before they start getting really slack. It's good. Also seem to have increased the amount you can move on from side to side as well. Now then. Where are we going with this cable car? Ideally, straight through everybody's house. Am I going to be that vicious? No, of course not. I am going to bulldoze a few though, because you're... Right here is about where I want it. See, just like there. People now auto move. Awesome. Love it. Come on, get rid of the bits. There's a bit of path still there. Just flatten this out a bit. I think this cable's getting in the way. I'm gonna have to pause it while I just break this cable. Got no choice. hate it anyway. It bugs me. Every time I come past here and come up here and see all the bloody wires and everything, it was horrible. Right, let's get the cable car in. Need a bit more room. Oops, done the road in there. Do I have to get rid of that? Where's that wire going? Right, okay. I think it's them ones. Could be them ones. Get these wires out of the way. It can be a fatal mistake right there. Come on, this is the big and small one. I don't know if that's not going to fit. I need to raise this land up a bit. Can't have it in a ditch like that because it's not going to work. I'm going to be able to get the cable cars out of there. Right, now on. Just there, it'd be nice. Yeah. I thought it'd frozen then for a second. I was just had a mild panic. Don't worry. Right, this needs connecting back up. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Let's. Hang on, let's just pause it a minute. Let's get this road in. Right, where's this road going? This road can go maybe up there somewhere. That'd be perfect. Right, go to that then, because we don't really need. It's only for fire access that anyway. I need to get some footpaths down here. No. Well, I don't care if it's wiggly, I don't care if we have to go all over the place, just get me footpaths in. Need to do that. Footpaths used to be so much easier. It actually made them worse. I mean, you did used to be able to build them on some ridiculous bloody slopes. They did look stupid. You could have them practically going straight up. Same with the forklift connections, the factory connections as well. Oh come on! This is proving to be incredibly awkward. It won't let me go anywhere. Need to be able to get up and around onto here. Do that if you have to do. We're gonna have some residential around here anyway. Right. The only other thing I want to do here is let's go and connect all these up. Just need a bit off each, please. Any more? No. Right, so we've got the footpath connected up down here, which should take people to the coal mine, people to the processing and the power plant. We've got storage for coal there. Got spare conveyor connection there, so we could build something here if we want to maybe truck the coal out of here or do something else with it. I'm not sure yet. I built this totally at a weird angle. I don't care, I've been going for way too long. Right, so we're going to get a cableway coming up there. That's going to reach some with this, so I might add some more housing in as I go along. Just before I do anything else, let's get this electric put back in. I don't want it going under the cable. Take it up there as much as we can, because I might just get rid of them houses. Right, that I need to pay for. Big uns. Where have I deleted? Did I delete the whole section? Oh, stum. Right, well that's gonna have to come. I need to be able to split this again. I need half of it going that way and half of it going the other way. Let's get rid of that. Let's get a switch. We'll put it there if you get rid of that footpath. Let me put it in here now. I might do. You're gonna let me have a bit of cable from there. Right, let's. Oh, I didn't really want my cables going over my cable car. We. How do I see the cable? H. Well, we're not clipping. We are going under high power cables in a cable car. That's a little bit frightening. Excuse me, sorry. Right, let's get. I need to get over here. That's fine. Can we get rid of that one? footpath in. This back up here. Put that one on there. Get my dog outside, barking his head off. And let's get this one needs to come down to there. Why are you connecting to that side? Oh, it's somewhat weird. Right, you come out of there to there. Get that connected up. Now let's use 4, 5 is the footpath. Cancel that one. 3 is the 3. New roads. Oh, we're on the wrong menu. That's why. Put them in there instead. Right, cancel a couple of these. Get this cheaper. We have had this conversation before. Well, I have had this conversation with myself before. Is it cheating? Possibly. Do I care? No. Right, I need to purchase this, and I need to purchase that, because otherwise I've got no power. Right, we're okay. We're only purchasing that bit anyway. I could have built that little bit there, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. Now then, I paid for this, didn't I? Plonker. Oh no, the other one's not built yet. This one, when this one's built, I'm going to go and rewire these wires. That one's going down to here. So that can come up and around and onto here. Maybe bring it up around the back. Leave us some room here to have some flats in. Maybe get a few flats around here as well, overlooking. Because we can rewire this one to join up, and then we can get rid of these cables from here. I've got one more going down to the petrol station. I had to look at what that was, so I can get rid of that one once we've got this up and running over here, because we have got a. I've just put a switch. Have I put a transformer in there? I have. Yeah, once that's up and running, I can rewire that one, so then we can get rid of all 3 of these sets of cables from here, and maybe reroute these high voltage ones. That one needs to stay, but I might take it up further and around. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna get back over here. In fact, what I'm gonna do is, well, they're already working on them roads anyway, so that's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go from here. Should be alright. Let's get your viewer stuff going on. Right, I'm going to jump into a speed build. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so finally we're done. Was getting a little bit slow towards the end there. I had to put in another distribution office to get some more steel because I just wasn't keeping up with the steel at all. We got disco lights by the looks of it. I've started exporting the power. I think I might be exporting a little bit too much. Oh. Somebody was saying you could put these buttons on these menu. You could have the customs house and things. You can't. I'm fairly certain you can't, unless there is a way to do it. There was somebody was talking about it, and they left some comments on something saying that you could do it. I did try it, and I ended up with a construction office symbol stuck here that I couldn't get rid of. For I think it was this. I was just trying different buttons to see if anything would stick, and the specify resource thing can go in and then you can't delete it. I had to go into the config ini and remove it manually. So I'm not doing that again anyway. Right, can we... let's sell 40%. Seems to have... that one... my eye's deceiving me then. I thought I had no voltage on that one then. Right, so we're still a little bit short down here. We'll drop it to 20. That seems to have steadied out a little bit. Right, we've got enough staff in the power plant. I think I might build another one of these power plants. Now I've got the cable car running down here because I've always wanted a cable car and I've never been able to build one because it bloody crashed the game on me every time I went anywhere near it. I was reluctant to actually use them again. I have been trying them every now and again, but yeah, no, they just kept crashing the game. So we've got this little power plant. I might put another one on. I am going to redo the wires, the high voltage wires. I'm going to take this, I'm going to get rid of this line altogether and I'm going to bring it down this way along the side of the road, and we're going to plan a train line going down there as well. I'm probably going to have to maybe do a bit of landscaping along here. But in order to get that planned, I'm going to have to put a construction office down here somewhere so that I can flatten out around the road. I'm not doing that just yet anyway. I'm just gonna do a quick sort of finish off for this one because it's going to be a really long video. So we've got the coal mine, we've got the coal processing, we've got a large storage area here which is filling up nicely. I think let's get a distribution office. I don't think 3. I don't think 5. I think 5 might be a bit overkill. I think 3 will be enough because what I'm going to do is send coal down to the brick factory, but I don't want to send too much. I don't want to be rinsing this. Yeah, put it there. We've got a gas station there. Oh no! God damn it! Why are you starting with auto build on? Stupid thinking thing. Reset itself. I didn't mean to auto build that. I was going to leave it and let my construction crew come and do it. Oh, okay. Right, we might as well set it up then. Right, we got. Right, I want 3 dumpers. Hang on, let's get 3 of these. Right, you can collect from there. Okay, get coal from there, take it over to the brickworks, and do about 50%. That should be fine. That should be automatically selected. Right, I didn't actually mean to get that built so quickly. That was just my mistake for not paying attention. I've only just loaded the game up. I finished it off earlier on, but I did have to go out and do something. Now, those cables need moving. Damn it. Right, they need to come around the back of here. Now I do need to pay for these because if I cut the power off to that gas station, anything that goes there is going to get stuck. Let's get them going around the back at least. Yeah, I did have to pay for that. I did notice I did have to pay for this section of wiring here. I couldn't get the construction crews were assigned to it, but they weren't sending any vehicles. And I don't know why. And I couldn't get people to. That's why I put this footpath in to see if they'd walk to this end of it instead. I couldn't get people to go to it. I had materials on the site, but they just wouldn't send any vehicles for me at all. Right, they should give us a bit of extra coal for the brickworks. That I'm just going to take a bit of a while for them to get over here, but I don't need to ramp this full anyway because we're full of bricks and I'm selling some. We're replacing them faster than I'm selling them, so I've only got one truck going out selling bricks. Did I do that before the? I think I might have done that before the time lapse, but before the time lapse bit I recorded yesterday, and the time lapse I did mostly last night. I had to finish some off this afternoon because there was still maybe about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour left to record. Each of these 20-minute time lapses are roughly about 3 to 3.5 hours worth of gameplay. Well, actually, they're about 3 hours worth of recording, so probably about 4 hours worth of gameplay because I don't record every tiny little bit. I do cut some of it out and then cut more of it out afterwards when I'm trying to edit it. I got some tanks on the go, some tankers, so they're just going out one at a time, filling up with fuel. I'm not getting that many workers down here anyway, so it's not overloading. Bitumen, I don't know how to get rid of it. There is a bitumen power plant, I think. I know this Ryan's flare. Ryan sat there going, build a flare, build a flare. No. No. I want to try and keep my people alive. And if you don't know what Ryan's flare is, then you don't want to know. It is just for burning bitumen, but my god, this pollution on it is ridiculous. Right, that's a fuel power plant, that's coal, that's coal. It's a radio telegraph something. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Coal. I haven't got a bitumen power plant. I thought there was a bitumen power plant as well. No. Oh well. Might just have to dump some of it every now and again, because if the internal storage gets full, it will stop producing fuel as well. And by the rules, I'm not allowed to sell it. I wish there was another way I could use it. And no, I'm not building that ridiculously smoky flare. The smoke on it is just, yeah, it's ridiculous. Right, I'm going to call it the end there. I'm going to go and have a look, see if there's a bitumen power plant on the Steam Workshop. Well, I thought I'd seen one. Or I may not have seen one and just thinking I have. If not, I'm going to build another. I'm definitely going to build another power plant for exporting. I can definitely get another one in here easily enough. Got large coal power. Wow, that's massive. No, I'm not building that. It's probably about 1 million tons of concrete. 3,000 tons of concrete. 350 tons of panel. Yeah, no, definitely not. I've got two versions of this. I've got the reskinned version and I've got the original. The question is, I've put the original, I might as well use the original again so they don't look too dissimilar. I was wondering if I could get it to sit in there. Doesn't look like I will be able to. Not without moving that road a little bit anyway. Right, stop fussing. I'm not doing it now. Leave it to the next episode. I've got other stuff to do and I want to get up here as well and start sorting these farms out. Right, I'm going to call it the end of this one. I thought the lights had gone out then. I was like, ugh. I'm hoping them cableways are going to keep enough of a constant flow of people that there's always people in here rather than the buses, because as you probably know, busing people out to power plants leads you to end up having blackouts when the buses get jammed up together, but having that means there's a constant flow of workers going up there. I did limit the mine 20 people, and I don't think that's enough. So current production per day 28 tons, so you can produce 210 tons. So yeah, let's ramp that up a bit. Let's get up to 50. And I'll keep an eye on it, see how we're doing for as long as we've got enough staff there. And they should go to the power plant first because it's right next to the thing. So that should always have staff in it. That's the most important bit. As long as we've got a ton of coal in there, a few tons of coal in there, everything's alright. Right, I'm gonna call it the end. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for everybody again for watching, and I shall be back really soon with another one. I'll see you then. Bye.